Hello YouTube, welcome to a new Synth News episode, the format that sums up all hardware and software news from last week. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. The last week was a bit quieter, but I've gathered some good things that you shouldn't miss. Monday was the Dreadbox day. New are two chromatic modules, each with a unique design. Antidote, the green one, is a complete carply strong voice in just 10 HP, based on a 512 stages BPD chip. As a reminder, carply strong is a synthesis method that loops a short waveform through a filtered delay line to mainly generate physical modeling style sounds like hammered or plucked string or percussion sounds. If you send a signal through the filter input, the module acts as an effect processor and creates resonator style effects. Chorus or flanger-like sounds are also possible if you route an additional LFO in the module. Antidote could become one of my favorite chromatic modules if it does what it says. A lovely idea for a module and is for just €99. The second module is Euphoria and is a full analog OTR chips-based 8-stage phase shifter, again in a 10 HP module. It can create a wide range of timbres, including wild phase amplitude modulation sounds. Like the vintage-inspired nostalgia delay, it also works with lower-level signals like fretted instruments. Also, this module is super interesting. I love these releases a lot because they are not cloning something that has been on the market one-off times. There are also great new apps for iPad musicians to discover. Branches is a new West Coast-inspired semi-modular synthesizer with audio unit version 3 support. It follows the idea to add harmonics to a sine wave instead of removing them with filters. Branches has everything you know from a classic booklet-like synth, a complex and modulation oscillator, wave folder, low-pass gates, a function generator and more. It also has some creative features like a sequencer, anti-waiters, trigger divisions, randomizer and more. For just $2.99, you get here a nice synth with which you can discover the great West Coast synthesis world. A big plus for me, it has audio unit version 3 support, so you can use it several instances in your song. Also, Sugarbytes has something new for iOS. The Berlin-based plugin developer has ported their DrumComputer synthesizer plugin to iOS. It's a complete port with the same feature set as the PC Mac version, but of course with audio unit version 3 support. DrumComputer is an 8-channel drum machine that relies on a mixture of samples and advanced drum synthesis. Each channel hosts 8 different sound engines, including resonator, wavetable, resynths of samples and more. You can also import own samples and resynthesize them. Plus you get a multi-mode filter, compressor, distortion, a deep modulation section and more. The sounds can be triggered manually or with a powerful 16-step sequencer. Powerful because it has many clever features like tempo, direction and step length per track, modulation sequencer, probability, rolls, step delays and more. All in all, you get here a deep drum sound sculpting laboratory. For over €20, the app is not cheap, but what it offers is absolutely worth the money. Great job, Sugarbytes. Hexachords, actually known for MIDI plugins, has now released its first synthesizer. Orb Synth is an easy-to-use wavetable synthesizer plugin, very classic designed, with each 2 oscillators, 2 filters, LFOs and an envelope. 2 points should be highlighted here. On the one hand, Orb Synth costs only €1. On the other hand, it's extremely reminiscent of the Ableton Wavetable synthesizer. This is especially noticeable in the interface design of the synth. In terms of sound, the synth is decent but not an innovation. Okay, €1 for a plugin is nothing compared to other wavetable synths on the market, but to be honest, this is also a kind of marketing campaign to draw the attention to their new MIDI plugins. Well, I leave it up to you whether you benefit or not. It's not a bad deal, that's for sure. There are also new modules from Poland. Chaos Devices, known from their characterful timbres and clearly designed interfaces, presented 2 new modules. Sarajevo is an all-analog delay module based on the 4096 stage BPD chips. The core uses 3 delay taps with individual outputs and sync via clock or tap tempo. The module is capable of creating very short but also longer delays without problems. The module has a clean and warm analog sound according to developer. Thanks to an adjustable tilt filter in the feedback loop, it offers more analog flexibility than a basic delay module. Katowice, on the other side, is a stereo variable band isolator and is the first module of an upcoming new stereo module lineup from Chaos Devices. It splits the stereo input signal in 3 bands, so low, middle and high, and allows you to mangle signals in a selected frequency. This is particularly useful when you want to use certain effects in a certain frequency band. The module can be used as a crossover network, parametric EQ, DJ-style filter, or other band selective applications. It's not an all-time classic module that appeals to every user, but one that opens up new possibilities for complex sound design projects. Both modules are available now, and to be honest, I'm a big fan of these faceplates. There's also a small update from Behringer. The ARP 2500 ERAC module clones are now available. It includes the filter amp 1006, the dual envelope generator 103, and dual envelope generator 1033, the mod amp 1005. Also, the oscillators are not yet available. Each module is under €100, which is very cheap. So far, I cannot say whether they are very good or authentic, but if you want an ARP 2500, you can put it together now, piece by piece, in your rack. The UVI Synth Anthology, one of my favorite synthesizer sample libraries, got a big upgrade last week. The Synth Anthology 3 now features even more sampled hardware synth sounds, so you have 55 new synths, including the ARP 2600, Oberheim SEM, or System 100. But you can not only find vintage sounds here, but also sounds from modern synths, like the Innovation Peak, Moog One, the World of Quantum, the Behringer DeepMind, and more. Besides this, it comes with 500 new raw waveforms, gives you room for plenty new sounds. Additionally, it comes with a better FX engine and a new ARP section with new chord and phrase modes. One of the highlights of this library is its flexibility. So it's not only a preset machine or named Rompler, but also a true synthesizer, because it gives you everything you need to create sounds from scratch. I'm very happy that the library got a significant update. The third version is still a lot of fun and it sounds great, so if you're looking for a virtual instrument with lots of ready-to-use synth sounds, you're absolutely right here. Ikari or Ikari, the new stereo filter from Bastl Instruments and Casper Electronics, is about to be released. The Czech developers presented this for the first time at Superbooth 20 Home Edition, and I remembered it strongly. The show was dominated mainly by new stereo filter releases, but the one with the strongest and wild character was the Ikari in my opinion. It is a very flexible analog stereo filter that allows you to morph between low pass and high pass with a single knob. It also packs in an envelope follower for the incoming audio signal, which comes in very handy when you are looking to increase your sound's internal animation. You can use it either as parallel filters in the stereo field or chain it together to one 24 dB filter. A highlight is the behind output that gives the module the magic touch in my opinion. It outputs the spectral difference of the two filters, turning the module in a twin peak filter. The result is Foreman type sounds with rich resonance. There is also an additional overdrive in the input that brings additional character to the filter. In my opinion, a very exciting module. Not only the interface is damn nice, but also the organic, rich character of it. I will do more on this module in the future, so stay tuned for sound demos. And the plugin deal of the week comes from Plugin Boutique. They have partnered up with Beatport to offer iZotope RS2, a sample-based spectral synthesizer free for limited time only. It's a great soft synth in my opinion, especially because it uses a unique spectral filtering synthesis type. Thanks to the custom sample support, you can create endless new sounds using your own field recordings and more. Perfect for textures, ambiences, drones and more. So don't miss this free plugin. And for more plugin deals and free downloads, check plugin.deals, the sister website of Synth Anatomy. I hope you enjoyed this new episode of Synth News. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite news of the week. It would be cool to discuss with you. Big thanks for watching and for your continued support. Big thanks and hope to see you again in one of the next Synth Anatomy videos. Bye!